Treating foot blisters is fraught with difficulties. Let me show you how ENGO saves you from the frustration by saving your skin. First, a quick recap of blister-causing shear. Shear is the soft tissue distortion that occurs when high friction keeps the shoe, sock and skin stuck together while the bones are moving. When shear becomes excessive, you get blisters. So how can we possibly reduce shear enough so as to prevent blisters? There's only one method that does it well enough, and that's durable, in spite of the forces encountered and the challenging in-shoe environment, and that's ENGO. By sticking an ENGO patch to the area of the shoe, insole or orthotic that corresponds to the hotspot, we effectively reduce the coefficient of friction at the shoe-sock interface. The level of friction is dramatically reduced, and I mean really dramatically reduced, by up to 80%. Big deal? Actually, that is a big deal, and I'll show you why in a sec. Let's just quickly recap what I mean by interface. An interface is where two surfaces meet. In our shoes we have two interfaces, the shoe-sock interface and the sock-skin interface. Usually the friction level at both of these is very high, and it makes all three surfaces stick together while the bones are moving relative to them. This creates shear in the skin and soft tissues. So here's the big deal. When we use ENGO patches, it becomes slippery here at the shoe-sock interface. By reducing friction here, we release the sock from the shoe's hold. The sock can glide back and forth against the shoe, or should I say the ENGO patch. Notice how the sock is still stuck to the skin? Friction remains high here at the sock-skin interface, and that's good, and we use this to our advantage. Because when the bone starts to move, the skin and soft tissues are free to move with the sock as it's sliding against the ENGO patch. The skin and soft tissues are free to move with the bone. They don't have to stretch and distort. That is how shear cannot develop to damaging levels, and blisters do not form when you have an ENGO patch in place. Although it looks big here, the movements we're talking about are relatively small. And you use ENGO to target areas of high shear, not the whole foot, only where you're prone to blisters. And here's some more good news. If it's abrasions that you suffer with, like at the back of your heel or the top of the toes, ENGO is great for that too. Watch how it works. This is our abrasion scenario, where the skin is rubbing up and down against the sock, which is stuck to the shoe because of high friction. Now let's compare that to ENGO, the one on the right. ENGO gets that shoe-sock friction level to drop dramatically. The sock remains stuck to the skin, and again we're using this to our advantage, as the sock can glide up and down at the back of the shoe against the ENGO patch. Compare that to the one on the left. As the skin is rubbing against the sock, it won't take too many of these cycles to abrade the skin. So ENGO really does work a treat for blisters and abrasions, and even where the two conditions are combined. Here are some really good features of ENGO. They're exceptionally thin, so they don't take up any room in your shoe. They adhere with a very strong pressure-sensitive adhesive, and they last a long time. You can expect to get about 500 kilometers out of each patch. Plus they come with a money-back blister-free guarantee. That's how sure we are of ENGO's ability to reduce blister-causing shear. ENGO blister prevention patches really are the most effective, durable and cost-effective blister prevention product available. They're quick, simple, and they work. If you get blisters, you simply must try ENGO.